Hey. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Miyoko from Japan. Welcome back to my channel. I am live from Fukuoka Prefecture, Japan. This is okay. Adjusting the height. I hope you guys are awake. I came pretty late. I am so sorry. I just couldn't get up today. Unprofessional. But I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope that people will come in. In the meantime, let me make a post here. Should work. Okay. One person, only one person. Wake up! What was the song? Wake up! You guys are all asleep, but hey, Japan, bam. This is from yesterday, right? Yeah, yesterday. Howdy, Yoko. Hello, thanks for coming. You're the only one here. It's only you and me. Prime Minister Takaichi, in your face. Takaichi, considering, oh, hello, thanks for coming. Considering dissolving lower house, House of Representatives. I mean, in the parliament. Yeah. So people have been saying that she should dissolve the diet, meaning the parliament in Japan, because her the support rate is crazy, right? Like, you've seen the historical number, like over 90%, and it's not even manipulated. It's just she's naturally supported, and right now too, like I saw some, I don't remember where I saw it, but like it's like over 70% of support rate and so on, which is ridiculously good, you know. Usually, I don't know, it starts with 70 or so, I feel, and then gradually goes down, and you know, it's been a few months and she's still keeping it, and so of course she should do it, but then she was like, I need to work first, like work, and that, and also she had to move in in her winter break. I don't think it was actually a break, but yeah, I shared the picture of her moving into the official residential place for prime ministers, and the past prime ministers have lived in this official building, except for some cases, but she's there now, and then I guess she's now settled, and finally she can have election, so that is good. So yeah. Plop, plop, fees, the diet is dissolved. Yes, probably getting to. So the when that will be, no, this is from yesterday. This is today's Yomiuri Shimbun. Yomiuri Shimbun, by the way, is the biggest newspaper, the subscription number is the biggest, I think, in the world, actually, because in the US still people read the newspaper, but it's often like local, like it's like America is huge, so it's district and so on, and yeah. But okay, so front page, and again they talk about the prime minister considering or ways dissolve to dissolve the parliament, the House of Representatives. Right? And then so what's interesting is that, like, she officially is wait, how do I, so basically, like, one of our ministry that is responsible for elections and so on, they notified the local authorities. Like, we have 47 prefectures in Japan, just like you guys have states. You know, we have prefectures, and so the local, you know, authorities were notified to prepare for the possible national election, and it's, yeah, that's how we basically found out. But I guess the information is like probably it's okay to talk about this. So probably like it's interesting every time like there comes the rumor that our prime minister is considering dissolving the parliament, because it's not like, oh, I'm gonna do it. Like it's the announcement happens, but only after the rumors spread. Maybe they are our leader tests the water or something. But yeah, now the opposition parties are reacting too. But right now there are two possible schedule, and one is so two options. One begins on January 27th, and then voting day being February 8th, or it begins on February 3rd, and then the voting day become the 15th of February. So yeah, now we might get into the election mode. But before that, though, actually, your favorite Meloni is coming to Japan. Right before that, though. That is interesting, right? I saw the schedule somewhere. Oh, here. It says here. Short period battle. All parties are, hurrying to get their candidates ready, right? Surprise. And as for the election, LDP is positive about it. Of course, like they have the good support rate, and right now they don't have as many seats as they should. So they want to regain the seats which Ishiba lost, the former prime minister lost. So that and her number is looking good. So of course, it's a good timing. And opposition parties they're not all not ready all the time. So, but anyway, yeah. So you see the leader faces here and what they're saying and so on, and also the schedule is listed here, and it says that on January 13th, so that's the day after tomorrow, the South Korean president is coming to Tokyo. So they're going to have a summit meeting. And then on the 15th, the 2 days later, Meloni from Italy, she's coming, and they're going to have a summit meeting. So, and then it said what's expected is the 23rd. They're going to summon the parliament and then dissolve. So, yeah. And then also Takaichi, as you know, she's supposed to visit Trump in the US. And that's expected to be in March or so, or maybe April, but it says March, question mark. So that might be it. And then June, G7 summit meeting is taking place in France. Yeah, a lot of things are happening. Yeah. And you guys have midterms too. I see all these big events happening, like in the world, led by President Trump, and also like recently I started to see the protests in Iran, and people getting killed by the authority and so on. And I was checking social media, like X comments on X and so on. And then some Japanese people were looking at the Iran situation as that, this is like Tiananmen Square massacre. So that's the Asian, association when we see protests like that. They're so like courageous, and Trump, I saw that Trump basically trying to defend the protesters too. But they did get killed though. So now is Trump gonna do something about it? That didn't he say that he's gonna attack Iran and so on? But anyway, so yeah, all these things are happening. We see that, and then in the meantime, we are gonna go into the national election. Let's look at your comments. Local newspapers survive if they put local high school sports on the front page instead of instead of national news. That's a good point. So is Japan more fluid in its government than the U.S.? By fluid, what do you mean? I know the word, but our prime minister gets to decide when to have the national election or national elections. So both upper house and lower house. Yeah. So right now, and of course, usually like I believe you're supposed to do that when they want to ask our people, like usually there comes like some controversy over nuclear power plants or some bill that they want to pass, that sort of things. And then this time it's I think that like Takaichi became the prime minister, but like she hasn't had any election yet. So and we do see her like support for her through surveys, but it's not the real number. So yeah. And then also she wants to take back the seats that her party lost. So that's good enough to do that. Hey Yoko, hello, thanks for coming. Will Takaichi show her Supra at Tokyo Auto Salon? her favorite car? I don't know. We don't talk about cars anymore. But when Trump came, though, I believe that we displayed our cars. Yeah, it seems harder to keep track of elections. Yeah, our prime minister is busy. How do you know my exam schedule? What? Are you having exams? Hello from Los Angeles. Hello. Dude, I heard about... Hi Yoko, hello, thanks for coming. Sorry for doing this very, very late at night for you, the majority of you. I saw the... Oh yeah. Should I talk about Japanese elections? But I feel like it'll be boring for you. But, okay, so before I get to the next one, I will just introduce you saw the faces, right? In case anyone cares, right? LDP, Ishin, and then Constitutional Democratic Party. And they are very, very, like, as a party, they are very leftist, so they like to oppose to everything. Younger party, like this, like very Democrats kind of party. Ishin, these are ruling party, right? Opposition. These are below opposition. They didn't even list like Japanese Communist Party and Social Democratic Party. It's not even in the picture, or Reiwa, the super extreme leftist party. They're not even in the picture. Even the Sanseito is not in the picture. Anyway, yeah. And then Democratic Party for the People, and then Komei, which used to be one of the ruling parties for like over 2 decades, right? But so yeah, they have like a preparation situation and then assignment and so on. And what's yeah, for example, the Democratic Party for the People. I mean, no. I mean, Constitutional Democratic Party for the People, right? Constitutional Democratic Party. They say that they want to have 200 candidates, but the 30 out of the 200, they haven't decided who yet. And then also they have to think about policies, Ishin too, like they became really popular, when they got into the ruling party side. But since then, they haven't been able to stand out. Yeah, so they're gonna try to stand out. And then Democratic Party for the people, they want to. We have two different systems though, but the small district one, they're gonna have 100 candidates. They want to, but then about 60s are not decided yet. And then they had a cool campaign before, like some bill that they wanted to pass, like it's economy related, but this time they need to think about some new thing that can catch the eyes of the voters. And Kwame, yeah, it's boring. I'm not gonna even talk about it. But yeah, other topics. This is editorial talking about the West Hemisphere. No, this is not hemisphere. It's about West Pacific surveillance to watch what's going on and so on. What should I talk about next? There are a lot of topics, but she bought an F-150. Yay! Japanese cars are known for being really good quality. Yeah. About time the world knows. Hey, I'm about 12 minutes late. Thanks for coming. I'm gonna start the Democratic Party in the US. What? Another election could come. Can't read the kanji backwards. I can't read either. What did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, because many of you come from the US. This is a disaster. Like, this is hard to fold with when I'm connected to the device. I don't want to make it fall. So, okay, now you can see Minnesota ice. Their memorial for the victim who was killed by ice. And I was wondering, wait, the place Minneapolis sounds familiar. And I read the news and I realized that it's like George Floyd's place. Like, again? Like, huh. And I don't understand why people respond to the police like they should, right? Like they ignore or they try to protest or something and then they get killed. And that's something that I don't understand. It's just not good for the victim either, to protest against the police at the site. That's not a good idea. Like maybe they panic or something. I don't know. Like the victim basically ignored, right? The police and then got shot eventually. Yeah, but it was reported here, like I saw the coverage on the news as well. And on that ice group, right? Yeah. Something about the people of Minneapolis, yeah. Floyd of fentanyl. She wasn't a victim, yeah. I don't think of her as a victim either. Yeah, because like what would happen if you react that way. but I guess that people get agitated very easily. You know, we are all humans, and when we feel like we are doing something cool, you know, or it's for the cause, I guess some people just go beyond what they are supposed to do. Oh, and Greenland, Greenland issue. We are you know, Japanese people are talking about it too, but it's the Japanese discourse is so like it's a mixture of like, you know, if we allow, like, we don't really have any power to allow or stop, you know. But like when we look at Trump administration, we see like what are they gonna do as for the legal basis, you know, to conduct what they want to do. So I always see, like, we always see the struggle, like, okay, like we understand what Trump administration is trying to do, but what's the legal framework, you know? So of course, like, we have the discussions as well. But I think that back in the day, I feel like Japanese people would stick to, international laws and, Trump is crazy or something like that before. But today, you know, our atmosphere in Japan, like public opinion have changed. Like it changed enough for our country to pick Takaichi as our prime minister. Like, we are changing, you know, and when I look at all the reactions, you know, in the reply sections or comment sections on social media, I noticed that Japanese people today, like at least those who comment on social media, like online, they are familiar with the influence of China and Russia, and how, like, we can see, like, even the mainstream media here report that you know, that Trump is trying to get rid of the influence of China and Russia. Like, they are, like, if you look at Venezuela, Venezuela, you know, how China and Russia their influence was there, and Trump wants to take it back, and we can see that. And same for other situations as well, like Greenland too. Yeah, so our mainstream media talk about it too, like a summary version, you know. But Japanese online users, I think they are more and more getting familiar with what's going on in the world, like the big picture, you know. They see the big picture, so that is good, right? Yes. The video I saw showed the ICE agent hit by the car. Really? And he was limping right after he was hit. Oh, I feel so sorry. Yeah. They're violent. The leftists are always violent, and so like they are terrorists, you know, in short. Vehicles can be deadly weapon. I agree. That's why you need a license to drive it. Because it's dangerous, you need a license. You need the permission. Right. Trump is crazy like a fox. Venezuela. Venezuela. In Japanese, it's Venezuela. When I try to speak like an American, I get confused. Venezuela. Venezuela. Wait, Venezuela. That's interesting. Russia, Soviets wanted to take a northern part of Japan at the end of the war too. Yeah, they kind of did. They took our northern territories. They're still occupying the place. But what's good is, though, what caught my eyes today was this news on the front page. First, let's go back to the front page. ICC. Support ICC, Asian base. So what they're talking about is that, ICC, International Criminal Court. So it's in Hague, Holland. But anyway, in order to support ICC, Japan, South Korea, and Mongol, the three countries, 10 universities are gonna establish an academic community in Tokyo, right? And their main office will be at Keio University in Tokyo, and then they're gonna support in order to increase the member countries. They're gonna focus on letting what's the word, letting people know about what's going on, and also to give advice to other countries for basically giving legal advice, what kind of laws they need and so on. And then also to support human resources, and so that they can, by doing this, they want to make the office like a official office for ICC in Japan, in Asia. So that's good, because Japan really, we respect the rule of law. And for example, Putin right now is a suspect of committing the crime, and he needs to get caught, but he's avoiding the countries that belong to ICC. So, but I see though that Trump is actually against ICC. I wish he wouldn't, because he could use ICC. Because Putin is a suspect, right? So, but it says that Trump, because ICC also, they had a warrant against, to Netanyahu from Israel as well. So that's why Trump is against it. And then sanctioning ICC even. So, maybe, seriously, they should have just caught Putin first, so that then afterwards, the political battles over Netanyahu could have been reconsidered or something. But yeah, but it's difficult though, because this is about laws and it's different from politics. You can't get around it. But this is the fact that Japan will be involved in the to support them, to increase their power internationally. I think it's a good thing for Japan, because we suffer from North Korea, China, and Russia, the crimes committed by them involving Japanese people, So, yep. Let's read your comments. I live in Minnesota. Oh, really? Fortunately, 90 kilometers from Minneapolis. 90 kilometers is so far away. It's so far away. It could be here. I don't know. It could be in the next prefecture or something. Yeah. is China still buying Japan? They are doing it in a really sneaky way, I believe. But Japanese people are bad too, like some people just care about their own benefits and they just give like technology and so on to Chinese people in China, use them as our factories and so on. And I don't really know, I'm not familiar with how they buy our land and so on, but I believe our government renewed our laws regarding buying the land of Japan, like foreign nationals buying Japanese land. But I don't even know if it's good enough. And real estate and so on, I think foreign nationals are buying it, but I haven't been reading into it too much because my main activities are more about human rights and all the other things. So yeah, I can't check everything. Maybe my husband knows. But yeah. Oh, Yoko, how are you? How are you? Thanks for coming. I'm curious, what is your take about Japanese that considers Prime Minister Takaichi Sanae breaking her promise in opening for mass Indian immigration of hundreds of thousands? It's I believe what people are talking about is what Ishiba administration, like before Takaichi Ishiba, basically there was some kind of, was it a statement or like something happened? Oh, maybe he met Modi or something. I don't remember exactly, but I do remember that taking the next five years or so that they are considering the usage of the high-skilled labor of Indian people, and he didn't say that he will do it. He will consider doing it. So like, yeah, like there are many talking points, of that. Like, is it a definite plan? And how long is the term? Like people talk about, oh, like 500,000 people, Indians, blah blah blah, but like how many? That's a total. And so each year, what's the number, and what kind of Indians? Because when you hear Indians, like many people who dislike Indian, like racist type of people, they're gonna think about different types of Indian people. Like who are different from those who live here. Like we do have Indians already and they speak Japanese, and even if they don't, like they respect our law and so on. So yeah, like I don't hear Indian problems much. What I hear, like the people that get on the news negatively are usually like Chinese, and Koreans kind of reduce by comparison, maybe, I don't know. Like Chinese mainly, and Vietnamese, and Pakistani. Pakistani stand out recently, and Vietnamese. And usually when they have some kind of problems, it's within their own circle too. So it's kind of weird. But yeah, I don't know. So like all the immigration issue is tricky because Japan doesn't have the room or luxury to push it back anymore. It started even during Abe administration. Like he was pushing immigration, and then Japanese government, like later on, like, we saw the problem, and first it was just like foreign labor, and then we focused on high-skilled labor. I bet that America has that system as well, and still people are complaining, right? But we did that, and then today it's shifted to like a harmonious coexistence or something like that. Like I'm pretty sure I posted that on X as well, but there's a phrase like like old was it orderly coexistence, orderly and harmonious coexistence with foreign nationals or something like that. Well, basically that we will have harmony with, harmony is a Japanese concept. It's called wa, and it's like we don't discriminate and we are together, like everyone different, okay, but like, we just it's like a harmony, each sound is important, to create this harmony, but then we need order. So that's why, like, even the conservatives here are not like Western conservatives, and we are open to other cultures and so on, because Japan is the way we are because we let foreign culture influence us, and rather we swallow that into, like, integrate it to our culture, and we are proud of it. And I'm not saying it, it's just the culture of Japan. It's such a tolerant culture, and every time I talk about it, like Western right wings are like, no, you're like a liberal, blah blah blah, and they go crazy, but it's they just don't understand Japan. So that's how it is. And then, but at the same time, though, we do see the problem of like different culture, like cultural background people living together. Of course, it causes a lot of problems, and we can see that. There are a lot of evidence available online. You see the pictures and videos and so on. So what we started to do, like even the conservative politicians started to say, is that we need to educate the foreign nationals in Japan, like with our like equal education as us, basically, because like foreign nationals, for example, like often they don't go to our school or something. I don't know how they are living in our country, but they're saying that they need to be able to write and speak Japanese in Japan, because we see that there are people that don't do it. So let's throw them into our school. If they don't like it, go away, So that sort of thing. So yeah, it's gonna be a long journey, but we need to do it because our population is declining, and then it's just the culture of the modern age. It's like we are pushing back. Generally, I think that like the world goes like on the right side and the left side. We are like swinging like a pendulum always. Like any time in history, like it goes back and forth, and people are fighting, and. But so we do see the trend. Leftists were powerful a while ago, and then Trump came into the picture. Abe was already there, and then Trump came, and then Western people started to have problem with immigrants, and then it's on the right side. Then Takaichi or Meloni, like everyone, like right side is today they're powerful. So it's gonna, and it is giving influence to Japan as well in the reactions. I mean, in regards to immigration, I think, because for Japan, the biggest problem that we are seeing is over tourism. And thanks to the stupid policy by China, now Chinese tourists, we have less Chinese tourists here, and we are having a good time because we have better tourists, like less cultural difference people from other countries, and they drop their money here, and it's good. But yeah, sorry, I mixed up all the like immigrant, like living here, to tourism, and their blah blah blah. But you get the basic picture, I hope. Diversity is our strength. It's a little different from diversity, though. It is diverse, but tolerance is a little different. It is diverse. Like we love. When you look at the population, the over 95, definitely, like we are all Japanese people. You might see some special places in Japan, where the ratio is a little bit different. Like in Tokyo is a crazy place. Like New York doesn't represent the whole U.S., right? Just like that, like Tokyo doesn't. It is unique. It is where like we are proud of, but it doesn't mean that it reflects the whole nation. Japan is actually big. We have a big population. And when we look around, because there are a lot of exchange students and so on, and we see foreigners more frequently than before, but still, like the majority are Japanese people. If you get on a train, the majority are Japanese people. And people are concerned about, the number of foreigners increasing, but the crazy part, what might appear crazy to you, is the Japanese people are not against foreign people. We are against those who do not obey our rules. We are not racist. Western right-wing people think of us as racist. We kind of are, in the sense of differentiating, when we look at people in general in the world, like we see the different color of skin and so on, like different race and so on. But other than that, like we welcome those who can have a conversation with us, and we love it when they respect our culture and so on. And if they just ignore what we have here, what we have respected here, throughout the history, then we are going to have problems. But it doesn't matter if they are Japanese or foreigners, if you know what I mean. So like Japanese people, when we flip, when we get angry, even politically, when things are not fair. Like being fair is really, really important for Japanese people. Being fair, following the rule, that sort of things. Like we have a certain things that we cannot tolerate, and other than that, we are pretty tolerant. Yeah. The difficult part, I guess, is that like Christian nations, for example, it's actually kind of easy to, understand what people want because it's often based on the Bible. But here, we don't have that sort of things that are equal to Bible. Like our Shinto is our religion, and Buddhism, it's combined with Buddhism too, if you think about the daily life, but it's fundamentally Shinto, and Shinto doesn't have that sort of like listed things, so, yeah. Good night, Yoko. Ciao, everyone. Oh, no. Are you gonna go to sleep? Thank you for tuning in. Good night. Yeah. That's how every sane person feels about diversity. Come in legally, follow rules, all good. Yeah. Hey, Yoko, hello. Looking very sophisticated in black. Thank you. Woman in Black. There was a series, Men in Black, right? Was it about aliens? Oh, speaking of alien, I was not feeling good this week because apparently I still have symptoms in the gut. But then, so in bed, I was binge watching Netflix, right? Like you don't want to think about stomachache, right? So like I was laying down watching Netflix, like a loser. And I watched the last season of Stranger Things. Oh, it was so good. It was good, well written. It had good concepts. I really loved it. Anyway. Yeah. Speaking of Indians, what's difficult about Indians here is that I love Indian foods, so I go to Indian restaurants sometimes, And then I always wonder if they are like true Indians or from, was it Nepal? Sometimes like other Asian people from around India, I don't think they are pretending to be Indians, but like they work at Indian restaurants and so on. And because like Japan loves India, so it's yeah, it's tricky every time. I'm like, like is the person Indian? I always think about stuff like that. Yeah, I what's interesting is that though, like I was listening to this podcast kind of video on YouTube. The channel introduces a lot of books, and the book that they were introducing was basically the title can be read as like how Indians do not worry, you know, they don't have problems or something like that. But yeah, Indians. What was I gonna talk about that? Indians. Oh, so they're like India is a big population, right? So, but they're like our type of Indians as well, like those who can communicate with us and have the same kind of culture and so on. But that sort of Indians, at least what the the YouTubers were saying, it was that like the top level of Indians, when they learn a lot, learn new things, and they become successful, and then they go overseas, and then sometimes go back to their country to communicate with the families and so on, and they can't have a conversation anymore, basically, with the different backgrounds and values and so on, and then I actually know somebody like that. Like an Indian person, but very high level, sophisticated, like amazing, skilled person. And I thought of him because I know that example in person. So yeah, it's interesting. But it was, I don't know if it's true, but at least what seems to be written in the book that they were introducing was that in India, for example, if you tell like their working culture is way different, that they get, at least they were saying that they get what's the word, fired easily, and they don't care because they have a big like concentrated population, and then let's say they were told to clean the building, like as a job. And then one person gets the job, oh, you clean the building. And then the person tells another company to clean the floor. And then like, even though it was the one person has to clean the building, but then the person tells 5 different companies or something to like different floors, different person, and then the different person now is in charge of the floor, and then the person will say like, oh, he will say to another person like, oh, you are in charge of this room, and because they have like lots of population, it allots to different people, like I don't know how to say that in English. Like they just gives jobs to the lower and lower and lower, and so on. So that was interesting. South Asian. Oh yeah. I hear some Japanese YouTubers that Trump wants to dismantle NHK, but I have no idea if it's true. Japanese YouTubers that Trump wants to dismantle NHK. I don't know. I've never heard of it. Yeah, like it has nothing to do with Trump though, right? Like there are Japanese people who want to dismantle NHK, but But the guy who was pushing that though, like the like there was a party that wanted to destroy NHK. はうんうん。あ、そういうことよね。うん、そうそうそうそうそう。The party leader of like the party to destroy NHK, he got arrested recently because he was, spreading misinformation and so on. And also the sort of supporters of that, like, supporters of that party or that sort of community, they just fantasize things. That's the difficult part in politics, I think, that those who understand politics know how things work and like how to have a political conversation, like we need to have legal basis or some kind of basis, like based on something we think about stuff, right? And criticize or give positive feedback, like, we do that sort of things. But there are some stupid people who don't know how it works, but to them, the impression of politics is that they're just talking freely, right? Some stupid people here believe that people are just stating their opinions freely and they're just thinking it. But in order to think, there are foundations, right? But stupid people don't see that. And so they just pretend what they're doing, copy what they're doing, just they do it in their own way. And so they end up fantasizing things. But then there are other stupid people who copy that, and it's chaotic. Anyway, super chat, thank you so much. Yes, super chat. I need super chat. Last week I didn't get as much as I should in order to make a living. So, yeah, it's really appreciated. Yeah. What about the Joker? Joker? Yeah. I thought we were talking about the guy from Batman. Oh. Super chat. If no more super chat, I need to end this after an hour. Yeah. What should I talk about? It was interesting, by the way, to see this news that Australia, they banned the usage of social media in Australia for minors, like particularly like below 16 years old. They are not supposed to use it, but then, but of course, teenagers get around it, and they are using VPN and or using other services that were not banned, like Lemonade, Yelp, and so on. And then also using other people's accounts who are older than 16, or use other people's facial picture, and so on, and go beyond the facial recognition system, or use their parents' cell phones and so on. It is interesting because, where was it? Like, you should really, I think you should ban, seriously, like, I used to think that, like, oh, freedom is important, like some kid would, benefit from social media, but not everyone is bright. So it's really dangerous, I think. Like, even when I was younger, I was watching YouTube. Like, YouTube came around when I was in the second year of university, I think. And I was watching from the beginning, and I was influencing them negatively. It was same with MySpace as well. When I signed up for MySpace, I'm old, okay? So MySpace was a thing back then. And then I really liked heavy metal. I still do. So I was checking the bands, favorite bands, or looking for new bands, and then I see like really hot girls. I am straight, but I like looking at attractive women. Because I want to be like that, right? So I was watching them, and then I got really depressed because they are so beautiful, and I'm like a pig. That's what I felt, at least. And then so it was really bad, like the comparison and the things that you see, like overseas. You can't have it here because we don't have the same products and so on. It was depressing too. So, oh, Super Chat, thank you so much. I gotta go on with this stream. Top of the morning to you. Hello, good morning. Yeah. Yoko, is your hair straightened? Yes, it looks great. Really shiny. Thank you. It's straightened by the hair salon place so that I don't have to do anything at home. I just wash it and it's straight. I did this so it's kind of curved, but yes, thank you. One tip for you is that if you want to look clean, I don't know if I'm doing a good job, but like if you want to look clean, focus on the big size of like a, how did I say that? I'm confused by the grammar. If you focus on the parts of your body that are big, like big sizes, and then make it clean. So the rest, as for the rest, like tiny parts, people will not see as much in comparison. So like the first impression, hair, or first impression, like this part of, face and stuff like that, or big, the clothes, it's a big part of yourself. Make it clean so that it will it will look like people will get the impression that you're clean. So that's what I'm going for with this. Yeah. You look clean. Thank you. I'm trying. Yes. Blue Sky and Roblox weren't banned. Really? Interesting. Like, yeah, that's true. The games, Roblox, isn't that a game? Like, what happens to games? Like social media, I get it, but this, like French too. This character, this kanji means France. France, social media. SNS is our word for social media. Now you know. Yeah. For us, it's social networking sites, I think. Social networking sites. But social media, 15, below 15, banned. And they submitted the bill to the parliament, right? France. So, because it's about TikTok. And on TikTok, it says that this couple's daughter, 15 years old, she committed a suicide, and then she was basically depressed and going to the clinic and so on, but then she kept watching TikTok, and then the last thing that she reposted there was the video with the content of how to commit a suicide using a rope and a chair. And then the next day, she committed a suicide using the same method. So TikTok doesn't, like, at least YouTube doesn't allow it, right? But TikTok, like, I guess that it's full of stuff like that. So like other dangerous videos were there, like, yeah. Yeah, the account show the girl who committed suicide. You can see that she watched a lot of like really dangerous videos like that. So yeah, and so now they want to ban, but it's more like, to me, it seems like more of the policies of the platform though. But it's made in China, so they might obey for a little bit, and then when a critical moment comes, they might you know just do something else. See the coverage of Iran protest. Oh, it's been an hour, and I made it less than $1. Not dollar, 10 bucks. No. Yoko has black eyes. Yes, it's black. It's really black. Like Japanese people usually have like dark brown eyes. Mine is just black. It's a little lighter than before, but it's really black. I wish that I could have, like I used to want like blue eyes and so on. It's so beautiful. Like those who have even brown eyes. Some people have really light brown eyes, and it's so beautiful. Mine is so boring. It's just so what. My husband is blue eyes. I have blue eyes. No, he has light brown eyes. At least it's light brown. So my husband, his eye color is really bright and it's beautiful. But that's why when we go outside, he's like, oh, it's so the sun is so strong. I'm like, what are you talking about? I can't stand in the sunlight. Like, my husband is. Yep. Anyway, you are on the wee hour of the morning in the United States. You need to be on early to receive more viewers. I know, it's the midnight Yoko. Random Yoko. I should change my name to Midnight Yoko. But no, it's because I can't. I'm a night owl. So I might as well just stay up, the whole night and then do it early, very early in the morning, right before I go to bed. Maybe that's the way. Because I usually go to sleep at like 3 or so and then wake up at noon. I don't know how I'm living like this. I need to change that this year. Green eyes? Oh, I'm jealous. Seen a lot of brown eyes and brown brunette Japanese. Yeah, sometimes they are brunette. Does it mean like brown hair? Sometimes there are people like that, but oftentimes they just dye their hair. So, yeah. There are some natural people though with less melatonin, melatonin. I don't know. Yeah. Many Japanese girls have bangs. Yes, I am different, but it's because my hair is growing like this way, upward. So if I try to have bangs, it's like it doesn't. Like, do you get it? Like, this is straightened, by the way, so it's actually worse. But yeah, it goes like this way, so it doesn't come down for me. I don't know how people can, I don't know why people are okay with something on their face. Like, isn't it annoying, like, to have something on your face? I don't. I think the last time I had bangs was probably like 7 years old or something. Even when I was little, I didn't have bangs. Yeah. Emo Yoko with bangs. Oh, right. I did have bangs when I was 20 or so, for a short period of time, because I wanted to look like those goth girls. And also, like, I did that because I was actually attacked by a stranger on the street, and I wanted to change the looks so that he wouldn't attack me again. So, yeah. Anyway. Man, super chat, super chat, super chat. I'm gonna be sad. I'm gonna be a sad emo if I don't receive super chat. You guys don't think I'm not giving you any values explaining the news? Rare earth strengthening the regulation against Japan. China. They're like basically stopping the procedures because they are mean. So silly. China is crazy. They openly, like now people are criticizing Trump, for example, about Venezuela or Iran, insinuating that Trump would do something, right? So like criticize that. Greenland, as for Greenland, they criticize Trump and they don't criticize China and Russia. It is ridiculous. It's like, we accept the characters, it's the unique leaders from the other side, the China, Russia, North Korea, Iran, like those, what's the word for the bad guy in English? What was that? I forgot. Dang it. There was a word for bad guys, right? Not devil. I forgot it. Yeah, but anyway, those guys have. It looks like a character. They look like old characters out of a movie or something. And villain, yes, villain. Thank you so much. Yeah, I was trying to think of villain. Yeah, they're like villains, and they have very unique, and they look like characters, and people just accept it, how they are. But when it comes to Trump, they want to think of Trump as someone that is crazy from the United States, which is supposed to look like this way and that way, and that's their picture that they are drawing, And it's crazy because the crazy people are actually like Xi Jinping or Putin or Kim Jong-un and so on. So it is not fair. Oh, super chat, thank you so much. Thank you. You remind me of the actress from the Addams Family show. I get that sometimes. You are very attractive, thank you. Yeah. Only 34 people watching now, 31. Baskin Robbins number 31. Japanese people call Baskin Robbins 31. I didn't know Baskin Robbins was Baskin Robbins until way later. We call 31. 31. 31. They're like NPC from a video game. Yeah, NPC. Not a boss character. Let's see. What? Oh, this is interesting, by the way. In order to use like songs, if you want to use Japanese songs, now it says that they want to. Oh, it's probably decided, but the singers get the share as well, because people pay to use their songs, right? And usually it's the label and so on that get the money for the usage, but now singers will get the money as well when their songs are played at restaurants and stores and competitions and so on. And so that it can encourage Japanese people getting paid by overseas, I guess. Yeah, it says that overseas, like other countries, they're talking about receiving the money from other countries as well, so that singers here would get motivated to go abroad because now, anime and games and stuff from Japan are popular overseas through the internet and Japanese music as well. So, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, 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 yeah. That may drive the cost up, yeah. Ayatollah looks like a Moham drawing. Maduro looks like a clone of Saddam. Oh, yeah. Kim Jong-un looks like a far cartoon character. She looks like Winnie the Pooh. Putin looks like a Russian grandma with less hair. Yeah. I didn't explain the front page, I guess. What's important for Japan right now is the Pacific, right? Strengthening the defense of the Pacific, like ports and the runway at the airports and so on. We are gonna fix things. And Iwo Jima, we will investigate too, because it's flipped, so it's hard. It's mirrored, so it's probably hard to see. But like Chinese aircraft carriers came around Japan last year, right? One, let's see. Yeah, like one aircraft carrier from China, they conducted exercise in the Pacific Ocean twice last year. And this other one did the same one of the times. And so Japan needs to counter that. China and Russia had a joint flight at the end of last year in December too, and then went into the direction of Tokyo. Like it's mirrored. It's so hard to see probably, but like came from here, and then this is Japan, and then China and Russia flew like this direction towards Tokyo, and it's really like it's been happening like right around our islands. So like when I say like China and Russia are our enemy, they are doing all these enemy things, So yeah. Anyway, I guess this stream is just too late. Speaking of India, this is from yesterday. I didn't read it yet. But Japan and India cooperating like non-governmental level for economic security. So important minerals and microchip and supply chain strengthened. That's good. So yeah, in order to, stop depending on China and to oppose to their intimidation, economic intimidation. So that's good. So they're going to have an economic security dialogue between Japan and India on a non-government level. Yup. You know what's, yeah, I think that Western people have a problem with India because one thing is probably like race. I see it's race because as for Japanese people, Indians are the same colored people, I don't like looking at all the races with colors, but it's what we have gone through all like hundreds of years of times. and we were we are both colored, and we have been going through like racism and so on. Japanese people do get discriminated too, so it's less than like Chinese and Koreans probably, but we do get discriminated too as Asians, and Indians too, like, and even Africans. Like Japanese people are open to those people, especially because of the, like we're basically like, we do have some victimhood mentality, somewhat of them. So at least I don't know what they're thinking towards us, but at least like Japanese people have, like, we are sharing the wound or something. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I think that Japanese people are kind of open. Yeah. Hi Yoko, I hope you are having a good day. I am, thank you. I am talking to you and it makes me feel good. India's gonna help with economic security. That's a funny way of putting it. Yeah, because like Indian people, like top level people, are actually pretty smart, and they're like, what's that? Like they are in the industry, So yeah. When you refer to Indian people, you're like, you can't look at India as a whole. It's just like, seriously, like if you go to India, you notice that a lot of different people, really, really a lot of different people. So it's hard to, it's like you wouldn't talk about those who, let's say, like you guys have slum, is it slum or slum people, those who live in slum, and then White House level people. You don't look at those people the same, and the same kind of thing is there in India as well, right? Some people do go to universities and then get a great job, and invent some new stuff and so on, and yeah. And other people, wasn't it Indian thing that, for example, Africans are using, like the payment method, like a digital thing? Wasn't it an Indian, what's the word? No, investment, invention. So like, yeah. It might be fun to make fun of Indian people, but guys, you should actually, I don't know, be cautious, because they do have, like, some top level people do have technology, and you don't want to, lose a spot for them. East Asians have the same skin as white people, just dark hair and eyes. Do you think so? I think that our skin is not, like, some people have pinkish white, like bright skin, but me, I kind of had it before. Now I'm growing older, and it's like a little bit yellowish when depending on the light. So it's interesting. When I get tan, I don't go red. I go kind of just dark. So again, it's a little bit different. But yeah. Anyway, what else? Oh, this is January 7th. Maduro. It's on the front page. So how he is saying, I'm not guilty. I didn't read this either. I was not feeling good, so I was away from social media and newspaper and so on this week. So it's this is interesting because it says like a multicultural danchi, like where the residential buildings are, and then layered trust or credibility. They're talking about like Asian people and so on. That's interesting. Yeah, it's usually like there are really good foreign people because even I work with foreign people here in Japan. You know, I work with, of course, Americans sometimes, but it's actually rare. I work with people from Tibet, Uyghur, some Mongolia, and Hong Kong, and Chinese even, and recently Ukrainian people as well. I'm in Japan, but my life is pretty international. You know, the people that I talk to foreign people all the time. So it's and Indians too. When sometimes like they come here, so yeah. Oh, there were Indian people in the protest once that I joined, or we organized that, and they came, right? Yeah, like when we were against China. Yeah. CCP is interesting because they actually unite us all because we are all victims. So that's really interesting. Yellow is actually an undertone. You probably do have a white skin. Interesting. In Japan, it's been like a traditionally, you know, Japanese people liked white skin, like bright color. So yeah, it's not influenced by white people. As for Japan, like, you know, we like to have white, pale skin, and it's just our own culture that has the history of over 1,000 years. Yeah. And I see Koreans are the same today, so that's interesting. But yeah. You seldom see actual newspapers like yours in the United States? Really? Most get their news from the internet. You mean like in your daily life? But they do have it though, right? We are, we are your favorite foreigners, right? Let me think. Just kidding. Of course! I can actually talk to you like this, so it's amazing. What's interesting about international relationships or like friendships is that, like, if you keep talking for a long time, you kind of forget that we are foreigners to each other. At least that's how I feel, you know? Like, when you are used to seeing somebody or talking to somebody so much, then you forget the barriers, you know, like you become one. So, yeah. Favorite foreigner award. Yes. Yeah. This is super chat, super chat, super chat. I guess I don't know. All the super chat givers are asleep today, I guess. Oh, this is interesting. During election, social media credibility. Please, make it, boost the credibility. But we can't even trust the mainstream media news though. But I guess Japan's news coverage recently have been kind of better because our public opinion has been shifting toward the right side. So our media, of course, they are sponsored by our mainstream media outlet. They are sponsored by companies like big corporations or companies, you know, and they have to. Their consumers are us, so they need to. Even though there might be some agenda for them, you know, like, oh, the world should be this or that, and they probably have their world, you know, to make money, but the demand from us is clear, so they need to, side with us. So the public opinion is getting apparent thanks to social media. So I think that's one of the good things about social media. Social media is, like I said earlier, it makes people sick and so on, or misguide them, mislead them all the time. But other times, it gets rid of the filters in real life. All the barriers are not there, and you can talk to, like, you can express yourself, so that politicians can see what the people are thinking and so on. So that's good. This just caught my eyes because in Japan it's been a thing to exchange stickers, like you paste, like a little sticker you put on your whatever favorite things that you have and so on. It's a boom here now, and yeah, but they're talking about okay, this is you see the pictures, right? The merchandise of like Tamagotchi here, and like a chocolate thing with the stickers. But it says that elementary school kids and like middle school kids, the history of those kids enjoying the interaction. My husband just called somebody and went somewhere. So like kids likes like baseball game this is 1958. What? And then this is from like the 80s. It came out when I was born. That's interesting. And then yeah, Eraser, but Kinnikuman, Masomen, anime, Famicom, Super Mario Brothers. So like X, Y, Z, Alpha. Yeah. Man, it's so interesting that Alpha is there. Like Generation Z has been the generation that we keep talking about, but now there's below that generation. Yeah. If you came on about 6 hours ago, you would probably have triple the viewers, but if you're having fun, that's the most important. No, I was sleeping. Like it's not healthy, like the way that I sleep, I sleep a lot, plus like sometimes like I think it's a female thing that sometimes you just can't get up, and I do need to go see a doctor. I think like I'm gonna do it probably this week because my hormone balance is way off. So yeah, I need to like people say it easily, like, oh, if you get up early and then you go to sleep early. Some people like me just can't. It's so hard to fall asleep, especially in winter. Like I feel too cold. Like we have the heater on and everything, and I have like heat pad on my body. Still, I feel cold. I probably need muscles to warm up my body. Yeah. What else? What is this? From Thursday. Short stay in Japan and then cause fraud, conduct fraud. They found like triple the number. Last year, Chinese people committing frauds. So like it's probably related. Some fraud going on in Japan. They come to Japan with a short-term qualification and then got involved in scam. The number of foreigners doing that last year from January to October, 59. That's kind of small number though. But that's triple the previous number. Yes. I wish Chinese people would, that sort of Chinese people would just work, you know? Isn't it weird? Like, scammers still work, you know? I bet that, like, I can't see that the return is big, but if you are gonna work, then just work like a normal person, you know? Yeah. So China, our newspaper is usually full of China and North Korea because they are our neighbors. See, like I see this, that foreigners Japanese learning program, middle to long term stay, it will be obliged. So basically, as a policy to co-live with foreigners in Japan, our government, is it government or the meeting with professionals or experts, they suggested that in order to co-live with foreigners, we need to establish a program, like a learning program for foreigners, like for them to learn Japanese and social norms in Japan. That's good. And it's going to be an obligation. Good. Do that quickly. Yeah. And then they also said that they basically wrote like an opinion paper, you know. And then also for the land acquirement by the foreign nationals and so on too. It's a assignment. It's not assignment. It's like it's a problem, you know, related to national security, and that we shouldn't be careless, but we need to consider we need a speedy consideration. That's good. Oh, it says that foreign labor at most it's 1.23 million. Yeah, but the thing is that we have a strict what's the word? Strict standard though, so not all foreigners can get in. Yomiuri Shimbun pushing the foreign co-living. Yeah, I think that economy or business people push like diversity because they think that they can earn money that way better. So super chat, thank you so much. Oh, wait, I want to put heart. Why is it not reacting? Okay, thank you so much. You're my savior. Hi from Sweden. Hello. I need to learn the language so that I can say greetings in your language. Yeah. Shin-Okubo is the really multi-cultural place. Like it used to be like Korean place, I think. Like I used to hear Shin-Okubo from like Korean defenders. But yeah. See, like from Korean Korean style to Islam, and then China, Taiwan. There's a picture, like you see the flag here? On the top, like here, you can see, here. You see the flag here, China, and what is this, Thailand? And then, what's that? I don't remember. And then South Korea, and then you see over here as well. So like, if you look at here, it's cool. You might have the impression like, oh, Japan is going multicultural. But this is Shin-Okubo. It's interesting that the foreigners go to this place, to live, but it's already, the foreign culture is already there, so I think it's easier to live there. Oh, Nepal. Oh, right, Nepal. So Islam places like where? Oh, here, Islam Yokocho. So around one, two, it's corresponding to here. But yeah. I want to eat those foods. Yeah. In Japan, there's this, I think it's NHK. They have is it NHK? I'm not even sure. There's a program called 100kame, like 100 cameras. And in that show, it's usually, like I've seen their show covering like a game company which made Street Fighter. Was it Capcom? Yeah, Capcom, and also like I saw I think it was ANA, the airline company, and then once I saw, I don't remember if it was Shin-Okubo, but like places like this in Tokyo, and they put cameras everywhere in that region, and then, like there was this grocery store where all the foreigners work in Tokyo, and then also like Indian temple that finally started to communicate with the local people well, because they learned how to not be loud at night and so on. And, all the claims were there, by the Japanese living there in the region. And they were sick of Indians like lined up outside, like making a noise and so on. But then Indian people learned as well. So now they do it in a good way, and they can co-live there and so on. And also like there's this was it Singapore or Malaysian restaurant, and then the owner, grandma-ish owner, speaks multi languages, like a casual talk, and then like support all the foreigners living there and so on. So it was interesting that they support each other. Yeah. Interesting. I'm getting hungry. Let's see. I learned Japanese social norms in 2 weeks on YouTube when I was 15. Cool. How about just not let them in? That sounds like a better plan. But the thing is, Japanese people are going overseas as well. We are your immigrants as well. It's like vice versa. So, yeah. And then Japanese people, especially like business people, let foreign people in because they believe that there is the economic return of that, So actually, the foreigners at convenience stores, for example, like I'm really impressed by the foreigners working at convenience actually, because it's really, really hard to work there. Like you have to do a lot of things in correctly, and it's not just being a cashier. Like Japanese convenience store, it's you have to do a lot of things. Like some people use it for like to send or receive what you call it, to delivery service is involved, and some people come to pay their bills, and other times they are there to take a copy. Like copy machine is there, so when the ink or the paper run out, you have to do that, and you need to clean the toilets, and of course you need to do all the inventory and it's a lot. And then when you do the cashier things too, like you need to, for this you need to put this item, and for this, and then heat up or whatever. Like you have to do a lot, and you do that in another language. I don't know how they do it. Yeah. They're building mosques and disturbing the peace. Yeah, I don't know. There's one in my prefecture, the Fukuoka, in this one district. I've been inside of that there as well, and wore the Muslim thing because the ladies were helping me, and then we had some foods there as well. So it was. I think it's good to communicate, because without communication, you like they will feel isolated in the country. So when that happens, then everything goes south. So you need to always communicate with those people living there, and yeah, as long as they don't cause problems for our living, it's okay, and if the area is limited, it's okay with greetings in English. Yeah. Does Japan use robots and drones for delivery, food services, and household works? Sometimes it seems like, I don't know how common that is, but I've seen the news coverage of, like, for example, some people live on like islands far away from the mainland and so on. So in that case, they don't have a convenience store. So one case that I saw was they basically Uber it, but it was 7-Eleven, I think. And then they ordered it through the mobile or something, and then the store people on a different island, probably mainland, they put the items in the box and then put it under the drone, and then the drone was like, whoo! And yeah, I saw that, but I don't know if they were testing or if it's already a service. It is not common, but I do see just regular Uber Eats and so on though. Here though, Uber, as for the taxi, taxi is common, I think. Yeah. Don't they worship a PDF file? What do you mean? You can't really explain to someone that their religion doesn't have to be honest about its intentions. Every country finds out at some point. Their religion doesn't have to be honest about its intentions. If a country finds out at some point. Oh, I'm not sure what you mean. Yep. Oh, it's 6. I guess I should go soon. Oh man, I'm gonna have a financial crisis. this month. I don't know. I should make videos though. That's what I've been thinking. But the first one is difficult, Like if you upload something once and then you kind of, beat the struggle. So yeah. I wish I could stop being a perfectionist, It doesn't mean I'm perfect. It's just that you feel the need to do something that like achieve past the conditions that you have in yourself. And I wish I didn't do that and just post something. But yeah. Anyway. You guys are so quiet. Is it because it's early in the morning for you? You don't have to be quiet all night. It doesn't make a sound. What else I did watch like Yoshiko Sakurai's show. Yoshiko Sakurai is a very, very popular, like our conservative figure. She is totally on the side of Trump, judging from what she said. She was talking about, like, every time I take a screenshot, somehow her eyes are closed, but yeah, like I took screenshots, and then she was saying like, oh, G7 doesn't, what's that word? Doesn't G7 countries do not think of Maduro as legit. And then as for America, Chavez, the previous president, he nationalized the oil company that America invested, and for 2014, 10 years after, within the 10 years, since 2014, in 10 years, the population, 100 million, out of 27%, over 1/4 of the people, meaning 7.7 million people, fled overseas, right? Like she was talking about it. And then inflation, 1.69 million %. And then China is deep inside of Venezuela, and not only that, they are buying up 80% of the oil from the country. They have the space center, Boribaru. Yeah, they have like 1,500 satellite antennas there, and then China can they build a system to use the satellite by, like, they can send a command to use that. And then they already have in the North and South Pole of the globe to, like, their space stations. And then with Venezuela too, they can launch satellite ICBM, and then the target is America. And she explains all these things. So she is really on the side of you guys. So that's good, right? By 2035, China is gonna make 9 aircraft carriers. And isn't it crazy that I took screenshot of all these things? Like, how many screenshots? Yeah, I'm like, oh, good point. Good point. Like every second. So, yeah, 9 aircraft carriers. Right now, America has 11 aircraft carriers. And China, according to Japan's expert, China has like started to build the fourth one, and the fourth one is they run by nuclear power. So that's the end of my screenshot. Wait, what else? I was looking at this news coverage too. This is on TV. That the one that I just showed you. It's from the internet. This is from like the TV, and there it's the map of Russia attacking Ukraine and Libya, like right close to Poland. So by that, they just did it. You know, Russia launched a missile to Libya, close to Poland. It's in Ukraine, but yeah. And they were saying that it's a message to Poland as well, because all the support comes through Poland. You know, when European countries support Ukraine. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling. If you had the chance, would you offer Tomoko Tamura a free helicopter ride? Who is that? Oh, our Japanese Communist Party leader? Or what? Who is that? She's not popular, but let's give Tarayamoto one. Oh, helicopter ride. You mean like to the United States to go into the court? Yeah. No, Japanese Communist Party, they do sometimes break the rules, you know, like, but usually it's, I don't know. Taro Yamamoto's impression is really, really bad because of those who are behind him, like extreme leftists. Oh, I'm hungry. Ooh, my my stomach is like, ooh, I'm hungry. Anyway. Okay. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Should I go? Because I don't think that people will wake up. I thank you guys, by the way, for, you know, staying with me here, like to, you know, keeping each other's company. I really appreciate it. I was just saying that my YouTuber side is like, you gotta make money, you know. So, but yeah, I need to shift my sleeping schedule to be more professional, and hopefully I'll do this earlier, right? There's nothing to do on a Sunday night, so I'm glad to be here. Oh, thank you. Yeah. At least I hope that I'm giving you something. Like, I don't want to waste your time, so yeah. Japanese shows, by the way, prepare stuff like this. Like, you see that faces of like Putin and Trump and even Rabilov and Zelensky, yeah, with what they said and how, what, like a timeline, and then, you know, what's going on. So it's easy to understand. Oh yeah, America caught Russian vessel, right? That was trying to help out Venezuela. That is awesome. Marinera. And then your spokesperson is there on the screen as well. Yeah. Cool beans. Nobody says cool beans anymore, right? I learned English in like, when was it, like early 2000, you know, so my my vocab and so on is from there. This is from 2007, and Putin and this Chavez, right? Brothers. They called each other brothers. So lots of coverage, like this. So I take too many screenshots, man. Oh, was I took a screenshot of comments as well. Some random person I don't even know, a random comment on YouTube, and he summarized it well about Don't Roll, Don't Roll doctrine, and how it's about West Hemisphere, to recover America's hegemony and to get rid of China and Russia's influence. And then on the other hand, NSS, the version is from December last year. East Hemisphere, especially, in particular, Taiwan is recognized clearly, and that if Taiwan falls, and then all it's southwest islands, Guam, Hawaii, through there, it will cause like a like a crisis in a consecutive way. And then, so America thinks that it's a priority, like they need to keep the priority and then to stop the invasion and so on. And Trump personally, though he wants to have economic deals, and then maybe he is not familiar with the consequences. And Takaichi, though, is expected to visit America in March, and she has the opportunity to show him that Taiwan, like if China takes Taiwan, then that's equals to the threat to the U.S. So that's a good opportunity to tell Trump that. So the post ends with, "Oh, Prime Minister Takaichi, please do it for Japan." And it's so true. The Taiwan, if we lose Taiwan, then it will like open up the place, the space, so that China can come out, and then they will target Senkaku next, like Japanese island in the south, like Okinawa island, and then they will come through there to the Guam, Hawaii, and then America. So you really don't want to lose Taiwan. So, 横田のお腹すいた。お腹すいた。お腹すいたよ。I gotta tell my husband so that hopefully he can fix something. I would have gone to sleep if you weren't alive, but I'm always happy to visit. Oh no, I should let you guys go. Healthy snack in a minute too. Really? Oh. Yeah, and the pointer and the weather pointer has a ball on the end. What? Yeah. Meloni visits Japan on Friday. I'm excited for this. Me too. I wonder what they're going to talk about. Our avocado. Oh, nice. I love avocado. I haven't checked it yet. I need to check it now. Sanseto's Kamiya says something stupid. So, let's see. I wonder what that was. Wait. I don't know. I can't find it, but Kamiya. Oh, yeah. Let's look at my husband. Hidetoshi Ishii. Man, I'm so hungry. My stomach is so weird right now. はい、これか。Kamiya says, I'm gonna read the translation version. The Sanseito Party has consistently said that we should negotiate with Russia as well, but we've been criticized for it. So all of you are criticizing Meloni-san too, right? He's so stupid. So there, he's reacting to the news, Meloni, right? Let's translate this. Thank you, Grok, not Grok, but like X for this feature. EU calls for resuming dialogue with Russia. Italian PM Meloni denies G8 return proposal as premature. Meloni stated that if we only talk on the side among the parties involved, Europe's role will be limited and emphasized the need to strengthen involvement. And then Kamiya is like, oh, Sanseto wants to talk to Russia too. But Meloni wants to, like, she's been supporting Ukraine. Kamiya, the Sanseto leader, has been on the side of Russia. So it's totally the opposite. It is so stupid. Japanese right wings are so silly. Anyway, isn't Meloni a big anime fan? I hear that she likes Hello Kitty. I think like we gave her some Hello Kitty stuff before. Yeah, Taiwan is very important. We need to stop pretending they aren't a country when it comes to diplomacy. Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, like Japan is the same though. Like, yeah. As for Taiwan, like we say like we are brothers and sisters with, Taiwan, and then are we doing the best that we can? We are, but it's not enough. Yeah, recognizing it as a country, but there are consequences though. So I think that we are all like we've come to a point where we need to rethink the legal framework and so on, because it's not working, right? So, okay. Anyway, I am so hungry and my husband is eating oden without me. That's true. I made oden. Oden. I made oden a couple of nights ago, and it's cool whenever you make that. It lasts for days. You can't do it in the summer because it will rot, right? But in winter, this whole place is like a fridge. It's so cold. So, yeah. Kimi Onoda is more of an otaku. Yeah, she is. She used the anime avatars of herself on the government promotions. Oh, that's cool. What did he cook? No, he just heat up what I had cooked. The veggies are gone, but it's called oden. You should look it up. It is so good. You just put anything, oden. Oh, it looks so good. Oden. Oden. I bet that you have the emoji too on phones. Oh, I'm so hungry. Wow. They put octopus? Never seen that before. Like it kind of depends on the region, but you basically put many things in a pot. You can get some at convenience stores in Japan as well. But anyway. Okay, I think I should let you guys go, because it's getting late or too early for you. Like you gotta go to sleep, or you have to start the day, right? So yeah, there's a One Piece soundtrack called Golden Oden. That Odin. I see. Yeah. That's the emoji. Yeah. Odin. Like I used to play Call of Duty Mobile. I just see the weapon named is it Odin? But we were calling it Oden because we are so Japanese. Anyway, I spend the night playing Counter Strike. Is it a game? Oh, I saw a. What was that? Oh yeah. So when I heard that this time Venezuela, it was Delta Force that did the military operation, right? And I I know the game Delta Force, so I instantly thought like, wait, what? Oh, the real Delta Force. So that was interesting. Pronounced the same way? Oh, I didn't know that. Without the accent, I see. I understand. Okay. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'm too hungry to go on, so I'm gonna call it a day. And for you, your day is starting, I think, or you maybe European people are daytime, but I hope you guys have a good day. Okay, sleep well or have a good day. Okay, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Come back next week, and maybe I'll go extreme and do it really, really early. Who knows? Or nothing will change. I don't know. But yeah, I will be here again next week. So thank you again. Hello from Melbourne, Australia. Hello, and I need to go. We were just saying bye. But thank you for tuning in. I'll come back next week, okay? My time might be like random, so make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell so that you will get a notification when I go live. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Lovely seeing you too. Okay. Bye.